Hello, everyone. My name is Maya, and I'm going to be showing you my service project called, well, it's not an awesome title, but emergency boxes, especially in the area, the township of Georgian Bay, which is a place in Ontario, Canada, where's where I'm from. So, so first of all, what is service, and what is service to me? True service is focusing on the now, the what's going on in your home place, and how can I fix the community or the well-being of the community as much as possible, but not for me or to help me or for my personal gain, but for the entire community and to truly fix a problem, not just work, help out, and volunteer, but to truly change the system that we're working with. So this is the township of Georgian Bay. It is a very large area. This is not all of Ontario, but it is a part of Ontario. And right there, that little lake is the one I live on. I have a cottage, and it's very lovely. However, we have a problem. We have a problem. Our problem is that we are quite far away from all hospitals and first responders. So if I have a heart attack or a stroke or go into anaphylactic shock or, God forbid, have a drug overdose, I can't get to a hospital in time. And hospitals and first responders can't come to me. The nearest hospital is an hour away, driving from my house. And emergency outcomes and at times are incredibly affected by this location, which is kind of part of the charm of the place that you're so far from everyone. But then again, you're so far from everyone. So here's my driving question. How can I address the lack of emergency equipment in the township of Georgian Bay? So without a solution, we have what we have now, which is increased risk of fatalities, prolonged suffering from injuries, and higher long-term health cares. But what happens with the solution? We get rapid emergency response times. We get increased survival rates from heart attacks, allergic reactions, drug overdoses, snake bites. We get prevention of severe long-term health issues, and minimal first responder needs. So those first responders can go help fight fires, because our first responders are also our firefighters. So this is our solution. Our solution is to introduce an emergency box equipped with an AED, which is a defibrillator, as well as some other first aid needs. This is an EpiPen, Naxalone for drug overdoses, snakebite kits, and other bandages. The total cost is a lot, but don't be, alarmed by this number, which is around $3,000 per unit. We are working with the government and hopefully getting subsidies from different associations to really bring that cost together, because it is expensive to make a change. We want to have strategic planning and strategic placement of for accessibility. So we have decided on a baseball diamond across from the public landing on Gibson Lake. So all road access cottages and water access cottages can access this in around 5 minutes. So what have I done so far? Because now it's just talking. I have, at the moment, presented a motion that I have written to the Council of Georgian Bay. This is hopefully and gladly passed the first round, and they have loved the idea. So at the moment, it is with staff deliberating, and hopefully in the next couple months, I can get this box up and running for the new summer of 2025. But there's still obviously lots to do. So what's left to do? We have to change the bylaws, because at the moment, if I just make one box, what does that mean? What does that matter? Sure, I can save a couple hundred lives, but what if I could save all the lives all over the township, as many as possible? So we want to change the physical bylaws. We want to change it so each lake can get a box, and if a lake is like, hey, I want a fire pump in case there's fires, or hey, I want a defibrillator for my lake, or a couple, we can change that and they can get it as quick as possible instead of going through month-long processes. Or in my case, I started this in last year around this time. So, second thing that we have to do is get a physical box, because at the moment, it's just talk. I've got the idea, I've got the motion, I've got the money, but we need to actually get the box. And before that, nothing happens. And finally, the most important part is not the box itself or changing the bylaws so more boxes can happen. We need to actually educate people and have awareness of this box. Because without awareness and without education, the box does nothing. It sits there. The box isn't going to actually go and administer epinephrine. The person has to be aware of the project and has to know how to use it. So those are our 3 steps at the moment. And our hopes for the future are to really get boxes all around the township, as well as hopefully all of Ontario. And really bring the awareness of emergency response around the world. Because Canada is not the only place that has cottages or houses out in the wilderness, and people can get a heart attack in the middle of the Sahara Desert. So, thank you.